Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to the third of the 10 most important volcanoes in Saudi Arabia. This one is number 3. It's called Harrat al-Kishb and it's based in the western region of Saudi Arabia. If you are in Jeddah, then it's 350 kilometers from the city of Jeddah. There are 6 main volcanoes to be seen within the volcano field and 5 amazing caves, including one huge crater, which I'll show a little bit more detail of as we go along. To get to Harrat al-Kishb, begin your journey in Jeddah. From Jeddah, drive to the outskirts of Mecca, and you'll need to go around Mecca if you're not allowed in Mecca, and go over the mountains towards the city of Taif. And it's very scenic, beautiful, mountainous, windy mountainous roads will take you down towards Taif and then eventually to the Riyadh road. From Taif, head towards Riyadh on the route 80. It's the main route out of Jeddah, until you arrive at the Harrat al-Kishb. You'll see a small town called New Mawiyah on the left, and just before that city, a couple of kilometers, this is where you turn. Go north towards Al-Dawn, Maqar al-Sharif, and eventually you'll arrive in the Harrat al-Kishb after 400 kilometers. As you can see, here's the volcano field itself. It's 10,000. The last eruption was 10,000 years ago, and it has 5 volcanoes here, one here, and a further 7 smaller volcanoes here. So we'll zoom in and have a look at those. And in this area you'll find 5 of the amazing lava tubes of the caves, and also here as well. From Maqar Sharif you can see some of the very small cinder cones there as you go through the town, heading towards Harrat al-Kishb, and some very interesting little features there amongst the brown sand. Having arrived in Harrat al-Kishb, you'll eventually come to the first of the cinder cones and the caves as well. And this is where you'll find the small town. You can get refreshments here. Also, there's a nice stop there and a gas station, and that'll be interesting to see that. Here we are in Harrat al-Kishb, an overview of that, and some of the cinder cones there. To the right of the village, Harrat al-Kishb, there's a huge lava spill, huge lava field here from a volcano. Well, there's two or three there, but there's a beautiful example here, and here you can see the huge trench and lava caves, the lava tubes there. This particular lava field measured from north to south is 30 kilometers, 30 kilometers wide. From the volcano vent itself, we're looking about 20 kilometers. So quite a large volcano field there, lava field. To the west, and you can see here's the Wahba crater, and if we zoom in slowly, and this can be accessed from Harrat al-Kishb up this road, and there's a special road for the Wahba crater. So let's zoom in on that. That's really, really dramatic, and it's a very popular site as well for locals to visit. We stop in there, we can zoom in. There is a visitor centre, a small visitor centre here, car park, some facilities. And so the access point is here. There's a huge long wall surrounding the crater, and there's paths down into the crater. Looking around it a little bit, you can zoom in here. Very interesting rocky features there. Another small cinder cone to the left of that, and you can see there's a walking path all the way around, or a couple of walking paths and access points down into the crater. Here's a great photographic view of the crater, and sweeping across from the walkway here, you can see one of the walkways down there. And zooming into the crater, and zooming out, and there's the pathway down from the visitor centre on this side. And a lot of people go to visit this place. It's really dramatic. A great view there from the top of the crater. This is one of my favourite photographs. We'll zoom in on that. And take a panoramic view of the crater. It's a lovely clear picture, this one. It's sunny there with beautiful clouds in the background. And the gentleman there, Saudi gentleman who took the picture. And it's overall pretty impressive. There's another great lava field to the north in this area, in Kishb, Harrat Kishb, and you can see it coming from this cone here and spreading out westward towards the Red Sea. That's really interesting too. It looks a little bit smaller than the other, and the reason I mention this is because right next to the lava flow you have a long line, a spine almost, of the 7 volcanoes, and each of them are named here in Arabic. And you can see here there's one, but I think that's included. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and another smaller one there and there. So a long line of 7. Let's zoom in a little bit, have a look at those 7 volcanoes, 7 cones in a row. The best way to see those would be to continue north on this road from Harrat al-Kishb, Hafra Kishb, continue north, past the Wahba crater, leave it on your right, continue north, and eventually you come into the province of Mecca, and it's within the boundaries of Mecca, and eventually you'll come to a turn off here. There's a small village there, Mohiyya. Turn off in Mohiyya and gradually you're off road now, and this is where you'll have to gradually work your way up along this road towards the 7 volcanoes, keeping the lava field there on your left. And you can see there the landscape. That should be very interesting ride, I think. I never went there myself, but that should be very, very interesting to do. Just some information about the Wahba crater. It's 2 kilometers in diameter and it's 1 kilometer deep. The maximum height of this volcano field is 1,744 meters. So number 3, Harrat al-Kishb in the western central region of Saudi Arabia.